I'm finally ready to make my onion powder and make my onion flakes from the dehydrated onions. A while back, neighbor gave me those onions and her garden. She's a fellow gardener. And I said, you know what am I gonna do with them? So then I said, oh, food preservation, because I do talk about that. Because if you're gonna have a garden and you're gonna grow all this abundance that you like, hint, hint, only grow the stuff that you like to eat, then what are you gonna do with it? Because you can't eat it all at one time. So, food preservation. So one of the things I'm learning to do is how to dehydrate so I can save it for later. So I dehydrated the onions. I don't have a dehydrator, but I'm definitely gonna invest in one. You can either use your oven, like I have here, or you probably got it at home too, right? Or you can use your, if it has the option, you can use your air fryer. My air fryer has an option for, dehydration. So I use it. So let's get started and make homemade what? Onion powder and onion flakes, which I always buy when I go to the grocery store. So now guess what? I don't have to do that. Just cut my food bill a little bit. Let's get started. As you can see, my neighbor gave me quite a few onions, and I can't wait to use them. The first thing to do is to cut them into small pieces. I would suggest slices. Mine weren't small enough. The larger the pieces, the longer it's going to take to dehydrate. Put them on the pan on single layers. Do not double them. If you're using your oven, please follow these directions. Now, what I did was save some of my spice jars when I started growing herbs in my garden. I knew I would be able to use those. And why buy new jars when I can reuse these, right? So the next thing to do is to look at the onions. I got them all dehydrated in this bucket here. They smell really nice too. See all that goodness right there? We're going to take those, put them in a container, crush them up by hand because we're making the flakes. So you can make it as fine as you want crushing it. I wanted mine a little chunky, but not too chunky. As you see, there they go right there, looking beautiful. And now it's time to put them in a jar. Yes, Miko, I do own a funnel. I was just showing a different way that you can do it if you don't have a funnel handy, okay? Now, we're going to put that paper funnel in, and we're going to just scoop them down in there into the jar just like that. Now, for the powder, we're going to put the rest of the onions into the container. I'm going to squish them by hand just to break them up a little bit to make it easy for me to have a nice fine powder. As you see, those are beautiful onion flakes right there. So now I'm going to use my coffee grinder. Typically, I use my coffee grinder when I'm doing soap making. I grind down oatmeal and other herbs I put into my soaps. But today, it's definitely going to do the job for this onion powder that I'm making. So once we put all of that in there, the machine is actually going to do the work. If you know how to use a coffee grinder, you put everything into it. We're going to put the top back on there. That's right, get all the goodness. Put the top back on there, and then just hold the button down. The longer you hold the button down, the finer your powder is going to be. So we're going to tap it down like that to get all of it off the top, hopefully. And look at that, just like store-bought onion powder it is. It sure is. I'm going to put all of that into a bowl. And we're going to scrape it all out because you know what? I need all my abundance. I don't know about you, but I do. And I'm going to scrape everything out of the top. I'm going to get it all out of the coffee grinder itself. And then we're going to move on to the next step. And the next step is actually putting it into what? The container that I'm reusing. So, Miko, I told you I own a funnel. So we're going to spoon the onion powder now into the funnel. Yes, I got it clogged in it. Yes, Miko, I need to get some more funnels, and I'm going to get some assorted sizes. But I banged it down in there, and there it is. My flakes and my powder. Only thing left to do now is to put the tops on, and we're going to do that. And then guess where it's going to go? It's going to go into my shelf. I'm going to use it when I'm making gravies. I'm going to use it when I'm seasoning my greens and anything else I want to add the taste of onion to so the kids don't see it. And it's going to be beautiful. I just saved a ton of money because I normally buy 3 to 4 of those each when I go to the store. And we all know how high spices are. But there you go. Homemade onion flakes and onion powder.